Snowmaking here in Flagstaff has been a controversial issue since before it was legalized. Many groups, like the local tribes, believe that the snowmaking is polluting the sacred mountain and is using up valuable water resources. However, snowmaking provides longer ski seasons, more revenue for the town and ski area, and tries to conserve as much water as possible. Thus, snowmaking is positive because it extends the ski season and helps to keep the ski area open, and it also helps out the Flagstaff economy. Snowmaking helps out the Flagstaff economy by providing jobs and by benefiting the local businesses. Since the ski area is largely kept open by snowmaking, many jobs that normally wouldn't exist are created and available. As Resort Services Director Ryan Hartle says, since snowmaking was able to ensure that Snowball would indeed be open and that there would be a good ski season, new jobs were created with the opening of new ski shops. Also, jobs with maintaining the snowmaking machines were created as well. Also, due to snowmaking, local businesses like ski and snowboard shops and some restaurants are benefited as well. One such ski and snowboard shop is the Ski House, as described in azcentral.com, as depending on Snowball's staying open. Skier Leah Almquist talks about how snowmaking helps to attract more visitors up here to Flagstaff to help said ski shops and restaurants.
When we have snowmaking, people are wanting to come up here more and more because they know that it's going to be good conditions no matter what, because we'll have this man-made snow.
Since more people come up here to go skiing and snowboarding, more items are rented and more people eat at restaurants and stay at hotels. Both Ryan Hartle and Lee Almquist speak into this.
Definitely people with rentals or buying stuff up here or just buying passes make a huge difference.
Thus, the ski and snowboard traffic is much larger due to snowmaking, and this allows for jobs to be creative and for Flagstaff businesses to benefit. However, this view is not shared by everyone, as shown by Michael Lerma, a professor at NAU and a member of a tribe.
We're all transitioning into other economies anyway. It's just, do we want to sustain the unsustainable or do we want to make a new path?
Snowmaking allows for an extended ski season and for the ski area to remain open. Snowmaking is especially important here in Arizona since we usually have very dry winters. Both azcentral.com and azdailysun.com talk about how the 2014 season was so dry that without snowmaking, that Arizona Snowbowl and its resort may have never opened. ArizonaSnowball.com talks about how snowmaking helps to provide a constant snow surface and season and helps to maintain coverage. This then allows for Snowball to stay open longer and for an extended season. If the ski area had just opened, or hadn't even opened at all, skiers and snowboarders from both Flagstaff and Phoenix wouldn't have been able to go up to the ski area as much. This means that the season would have been short or possibly non-existent, and without gain for almost everyone. Snowmaking has really been able to change this and has allowed for a constant season where at almost any time anyone can go up to the ski area and find good snow. This means that many people will travel up to the ski area and go skiing all season.
That snowmaking really helps us be able to go up there every weekend and pay for that pass. The season would be much shorter without snowmaking.
Without snowmaking, skiers and snowboarders such as Leah Almquist would not be able to work on their skills as much and wouldn't get as much out of the ski season. Also, Snowball wouldn't be able to make as much of a profit from the ski season either, and neither would the town. Not everyone agrees with snowmaking being on the mountain because they view the mountain as sacred and something to be protected.
Just like every culture has a philosophy, they have a philosophy too. That natural law is called the relationship between Mother Earth and Father Sky. It's supposed to be a relationship between a male and a female. They have to provide for us. And so they have to communicate with each other. And so Mother Earth, with that mountain on it, is communicating to Father Sky. When humans start to toy with that, it makes people nervous. And they say, well, you're sort of playing with the natural law. The mountain itself is the western boundary of the Navajo traditional homeland. It's a sacred mountain in Navajo philosophy. It's also a sacred mountain to about 13 other tribes, and I know less about those, but I know that Hopi consider it sacred too, and Hualapai, Havasupai, some Pueblo people out in New Mexico. A few years ago, when they had the fire out there, the medicine people were consulted through one of those two organizations I mentioned earlier, and they didn't talk about it like a forest fire. They talked about it like a third-degree burn on a person. If it's really a person, maybe you shouldn't bathe in reclaimed water. Maybe you shouldn't drink the reclaimed water, because that's sort of what's happening. You've got a mountain that's replenishing itself with liquid water in various forms, in snow and in ice, in rain, and now you're introducing a contaminant to it.
Both Leah Almquist and Ryan Hartle are able to refute these claims made by Dr. Lerma. Leah discusses more of how the snow isn't harmful to the mountain, and Ryan discusses how Snowball leaves most of the work up to Mother Nature, and how Snowball actually works very closely with the tribes to try and accommodate them.
I would not say it's harming the sacred mountain, because it's still snow. We wouldn't even know the difference if it had come from the sky. So it's like, it's the same snow, it's just made here on land, it's not coming from the sky.
Every year, tens of thousands of people, many from out of town, drive up to Snowball to go either skiing or snowboarding. This is a popular sport, and snowmaking has increased the amount of time that people can participate in the sport up at Snowball. While snowmaking is still quite a controversial topic today, it's definitely more positive due to the economic benefits and the extended ski seasons that it provides. The pros and cons of snowmaking are that it extends the ski season and helps out the Flagstaff economy, but it's also said to taint the sacred mountain and use up too much water. My investigation proved my thesis since I showed how snowmaking has done way more good for both the economy and the skiers/snowboarders than bad with polluting the mountain. I showed how the positives outweigh and almost even devalue the negatives.